You know, one of the most amazing things about the subconscious mind is that it never grows old. It's timeless, it's ageless, it's endless. You know, there's a lot of truth to the saying that you're only as old as you think that you are. It's not time itself, but the fear of time that has a very harmful aging effect on our minds and our bodies. As a matter of fact, since you understand much better now how the subconscious mind works, that it is a neutral part of the brain that only responds and reacts to the dominant thoughts and images given it by you. So by fearing old age, I want you to listen very carefully to this. Listen. So by fearing old age or the prospect of growing old, you then actually cause your body to prematurely age due to the focus and the mental thought that you're given to it. Isn't that crazy? So oftentimes it's not life itself that makes us sick or ill or feel broken down. It's the way we view our life. Our mental attitudes of futility and worthlessness, cynicism and lack of purpose more than likely will be the death of us and not life itself. When we grow old in our thought life, the subconscious mind makes manifest everything that we expect and fear. Here's the truth for you today. Many of the greatest ideas, many of the greatest inventions, many of the great leaders of the world, people of influence, have more often than not happened and come onto the scene in the world after the age of 60 or more. You can check that out for yourself. Go ahead and Google that, research it for yourself. You'll find some of the most amazing people in the history of the world have come onto the scene after the age of 60. Just because you reach 60 or 65, 70, 75 years old doesn't mean that your life is over. That's crazy. It can be, it can be and oftentimes is the beginning of a glorious, fruitful, active, and some of the most productive, effective years of your life. If you believe this, if you expect it, then your subconscious mind will bring it to pass. If you look at aging from a positive perspective, it is nothing more than the process of change. It's just another phase in this journey that we call life. You know, one of the biggest factors in the aging process is a person's negative view of life and living with no definite major purpose, no goals, nothing exciting to look forward to every day when they wake up. Most people buy into that big lie that life is just a series of events. You're born, you go through adolescence, you go through youth, you go through adulthood, and then you're old. You get to the old age stage. But the Bible tells us that where there's no vision, the people perish. You don't see anything in the Bible that says, when you reach a certain age, you're done. The Bible says where there's no vision, the people will perish. When you have no anchor, no hope, no vision for your life, life itself loses meaning to you, and your body begins to die and decay very quickly. We see it all the time with people when they retire. They work hard and with purpose for years and years, and so excited to one day retire and enjoy the good things of life and slow down, take it easy and relax and enjoy everything they've worked so hard for, only to live a few more years and either they become ill or they die. There was an interesting study that was conducted by the University of Michigan. They followed some groups of people between 1992 and 2010, so it was a very extensive study. What they concluded and scientifically proved was that every year a person worked longer had a positive effect on their mortality rate. So what does that mean? That means that the longer that you work, the longer that you have a purpose, the longer that you have meaning when you get up in the mornings, it's going to prolong your life. Your life isn't going to be shortened by it, it's going to actually be lengthened by it. There's a reason why a 6-day work week and a 7th-day rest is important in our lives, because working and having purpose, accomplishing goals and dreams keeps you alive and growing in your life, even at an old age. In most cultures around the world, except the West, most people older in age are revered. They are revered, they're admired, they're respected. Growing older brings with it its own glory, its own beauty, and certainly wisdom. Please keep in mind that your character, the quality and the age of your mind, your faith and your convictions and beliefs are not subject to decay or age. A person is as strong and valuable as they think they are. Gray hair and more wrinkles should stand for greater wisdom, skill, and understanding. Once you become convinced that you are finished, you have nothing else to offer, then your subconscious mind will accept that belief and bring it into reality. As a man thinks in his heart, so he is. I am convinced personally that a person grows old when they lose interest in life, when they cease to dream, when they cease to learn, when they cease to discover new things, and to search out new avenues in life to build and conquer. That's when people begin to grow old and begin to die. When your mind is open to new ideas and new interests, when you allow yourself to be inspired with a new truth or education, this is what will help keep a person young and vital. That's why it is so important to keep feeding your mind new things every day, to keep learning and improving. And if you do this, your mind will always be young. Live each day being young at heart, no matter what age the calendar says that you are. As long as you have challenges in your life and are physically and mentally able, life is stimulating and invigorating. So my challenge and encouragement to you today is this. You are needed. Your wisdom is important. Finish strong with your life and view the aging process not as a curse or a negative concept, but one which is right, which is kind of like a rite of passage to the age of enlightenment and wisdom and maturity in every area of your life.